Two early games in the Champions League saw Copenhagen lead 3-0 against Kairat Almaty before they got 2 late goals back. And Paphos got a good result at home, a 2-2 draw with Monaco. So it's a free kick here. Declan Rice stood over it. It's Manuel Neuer just trying to organise the wall down in front of him. Arsenal with their defensive line. It's Rice to deliver towards the near post. It's headed on by William Saliba, but he's got too much of a clear connection on the ball and he's headed over the bar. And he was going to be offside anyway. There was 5 or 6 Arsenal players, in fact, in an offside position as the ball was whipped in by Declan Rice. And as I say, it was just met on the full throttle by the defender Saliba, but it's a poor ball forward by Bayern Munich as they take the goal kick. It comes to Bukayo Saka, the Arsenal captain. It's Conrad Lima who's tightest to him, and he will knock it off Saka and it'll go out for a throw. So Bayern Munich have been exceptional this season. It's Conrad Lima who will throw it inside. There is Lima on the edge of the box coming forward, but it's Bukayo Saka working hard, blocking it off. As Vincent Kompany looks on, and he's used to these conditions in England, spent many a year with Manchester City as their club captain, won 4 Premier League titles with Manchester City, and also spent 2 years in charge of Burnley, where he won the championship with them and led them for a full season in the Premier League. And well, Kompany is well prepared for the English weather because he has got a woolly hat on. So, throw to come in for Declan Rice. He launches it in, headed away. Upamecano's able to clear it. Eze will go back to Miles Lewis-Skelly, who's making a start tonight. A bit of a shock start for the 19-year-old. But Lewis-Skelly does give the ball away, and Bayern Munich can go out to the left side. And it goes out to the right side, and interesting development at Anfield. Liverpool find themselves 1 goal down to PSV Eindhoven. Ivan Perisic with the penalty, and Arne Slot side, who have lost 8 of their last 11 games, are staring down the barrel early on against the Dutch side, PSV. So we'll keep you up to date with all of the English scores today in the Champions League. Here is Joshua Kimmich. He'll just play a 1-2 with Alexander Pavlovic. Goes out to the right side. And then building it forward. And it comes into the middle, and Jonathan Tah will just play a 1-2 down there and then be hooked forward, but it will go all the way through. And Christian Mosquera is coming for Piero Hincapié today. Goes back to Raya. Here is Jurrien Timber. It's a great turn by Jurrien Timber as he plays it into the captain, Bukayo Saka. Saka will come forward with it. He'll go out to Leandro Trossard. It's a bit too short into Trossard. Tackled by Stanisic, blocked off. Now Declan Rice with the ball, looking around for his options. He goes back to Martin Zubimendi. It's a forward ball into Mikel Merino as Trossard held his line. Trossard is there. Neuer's off his line. Trossard dinks it towards Saka. He is unable to get a touch. It's back for Saka. He's going to play it to the edge of the box to Zubimendi, who finds Trossard. And that's a last-ditch block by Josip Stanisic. And now he is screaming in the direction of the referee because he's unhappy at how late the flag went up. And yeah, it did look quite clearly that Leandro Trossard had gone a little bit too early and was caught out in an offside position. But it's an early scare for Arsenal to put on Bayern Munich. Neuer has to go long. Headed in the air by Jurrien Timber. It's Conrad Lima back to Pavlovic, all the way back to Jonathan Tah. And it's the man in all pink tonight, Neuer. His clearance is just going straight to Arsenal players. Here is Saliba, tries to slot it through the Bayern Munich defence, but he's unable to, and it will just run into the hands of the goalkeeper. So Manuel Neuer is able to pick up the ball, making some fantastic noise, are the Bayern Munich supporters. And they love Lennart Kohl, the young attacking midfielder, just 17 years old, who is making just his second Champions League start for Bayern Munich tonight. The ball is switched out to the right side. There is Michael Olise. Olise going forward, trying to come on to his left foot. Pulls it back to Pavlovic. Pavlovic is there. He's looking around for his options. And it's Jonathan Tah out to Stanisic. Stanisic with it. Comes to Jonathan Tah. And there is Jonathan Tah on the ball. Comes back to Harry Kane, just dropping in between the defence. Goes out to the right side. It's Michael Olise all the way back to Deo Upamecano. Patient build-up for Bayern Munich. It's the first kind of spell on the ball that they've had in this game. Tah sends it out to Michael Olise on this left side. It is Jonathan Tah on the ball. He'll play it inside to Deo Upamecano. Alexander Pavlovic just dropping in to get in it. Kimmich will send it out to the right side now. It's given away by Stanisic. Goes back for Joshua Kimmich. Now Pavlovic with it. There is the teenage sensation, Lennart Kohl. And Kohl to Kimmich. Out to Olise. Olise carrying the ball forward. Here is Kimmich. Deo Upamecano to Jonathan Tah. Jonathan Tah to Lima. Here is Olise. Now Gnabry. Gives it to Tah. Fraction late is Jurrien Timber and apologetic. Here is Jonathan Tah. Olise. Here is Upamecano to Kimmich. Kimmich to Upamecano. Patient build-up. Arsenal happy to sit off at the moment. As it's sent out to Serge Gnabry, number 7 for Bayern Munich, but he takes a heavy touch. And Gnabry, of course, used to play here at the Emirates Stadium with Arsenal for many a year under Arsene Wenger, before he made the move to Werder Bremen, and then he made the 7 million move to Bayern Munich. So it's going to be a throw for Jurrien Timber to take. He's got the ball in his hands. He'll go back to Declan Rice. He'll hook it forward. Kimmich will get there. He felt he was fouled, but it's all the way back to Tah. Tah back to Manuel Neuer. Here is Jonathan Tah on the ball. Finds Harry Kane. Kane will feel it. And now it comes out to the right side to Bukayo Saka, but Jonathan Tah meets him. Harry Kane with great defensive work. He gets back in and then he's clipped by Bukayo Saka. Now Kane will get back up onto his feet and he'll send a long ball forward, headed by Timber. And now Lewis Skelly will go all the way back to the man in all yellow, David Raya. Now it's Declan Rice. Rice receiving it. And Trossard just caught by Alexander Pavlovic, so it'll be a free kick. Trossard gets back up onto his feet. So a challenge going in by Pavlovic. It'll be a free kick for Arsenal. Trossard. Trossard to Martin Zubimendi. And there is Zubimendi picking it up, and it comes to the midfielder. Into Jurien Timber. And the Trossard dropping in to try get on the ball. There is Rice, Marino out to Miles Lewis Skelly, and he's caught by Jonathan Tah, who's complaining to the referee. He felt that was a little soft, but the decision has been given, and it is a free kick, and they take it quickly, but it will go all the way through into the hands of the goalkeeper. One ball forward for Eza, tries to flick it on to Mikel Merino. He's having to fill in as fielder, but with the injury to Victor Gyökeres and to Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz, Mikel Arteta is limited, so he's put the 29-year-old up top, who can be pretty effective as a front man, as we've seen. It's quite interesting that his natural position is as a deep defensive midfielder, but he is playing up top here. So Raya forward for Saka, but there is Neuer out to head it. It's really aggressive starting position by Manuel Neuer. Quarter of an hour into this game, still goalless. The referee's just going to stop it because Bukayo Saka may have just been caught as Neuer came out. He's bleeding, is the Arsenal captain. I think he may have just been caught in the face, was the 24-year-old. His opposite captain, Manuel Neuer, makes his way over to just checking him. But it's one of those, Neuer had to come out, get the ball. May have just caught him. His nose started bleeding. Manuel Neuer is clearly supporting Mo Vemba, growing out a moustache. And there's relief at Anfield because Dominic Szoboszlai has equalised for Arne Slot's side. So it's Liverpool 1, PSV 1 in that game. PSG and Tottenham still at 0-0. Thomas Tuchel is in the stands watching on today. The England manager, he is preparing for the World Cup next summer in the United States of America, Mexico. Tuchel will be looking to see who impresses him ahead of a big World Cup. He's going to make his way off. And Saka will make his way off the pitch, just hobbling off. Mikel Arteta watching on as it'll be a drop ball for Joshua Kimmich. Bayern Munich with minutes here at Emirates. Arsenal have been happy to sit off at the moment. So going forward with it, goes out to the left side to Elise, running at Miles Lewis Skelly, and Lewis Skelly just having a grab of Elise. It'll be a free kick, and it may be a dangerous opportunity for the Germans to deliver in. It's going to be a free kick here on the wide right. Arsenal, and then the ball will go all the way back to the shot stopper. for him to run at Leandro Trossard. Elise coming down the right side will send it in. Blocked off by Trossard. It's going to go out for a corner. So despite David Raya's best efforts at keeping it in play, it just trickles out of play, and it'll be an opportunity for Bayern Munich to test Arsenal's mettle from a set-piece situation. So Michael Elise's made his way over to take the corner. David Raya just bouncing on the spot for the Gunners. Delivery to come in by Elise, met by Upamecano. And he had a free header just on the from an acute angle inside the 6-yard box, but goes straight out for a goal kick. So 20 minutes on the clock here. It's Arsenal 0, Bayern Munich 0. No real opportunities to tell you about. It's been a very even contest despite Munich having majority of the ball. So Raya with it at this goal kick as it was played short to him, so now he can go long. It will be headed by the unconventional striker Mikel Merino, but Tar will go across to Upamecano, who play a 1-2 with Kimmich. Tackled by Lewis Skelly, he hooks it forward, but Munich are able to move it out to I know it's Martin Zubamendi going down the right side. That's good defending by Conrad Leimer, and all of a sudden you start to hear the Emirates crowd come alive as Zubamendi earns a corner for his side. Good defending action. Impressed the England manager in the stands tonight, Thomas Tuchel. You suspect that Bukayo Saka is one of the first names on the team sheets alongside Harry Kane and Declan Rice. We're all on the pitch tonight, of course. But here is Saka. So he will deliver. The Englishman to deliver towards the near post, and it's flicked on. And there they do it again. Where else but from a set piece? And it's Yerry Timber flicking it on at the near post, and it's an opening goal in the Champions League for the Gunners. But a wonderful ball in by Bukayo Saka, flicked on at the near post by Yerry Timber, and it's a 1-goal lead for Arsenal. Vincent Kompany is complaining about something, but it's a ball in. The goalkeeper comes for it. Manuel Neuer nowhere near it. Gets caught in no man's land, and Yerry Timber just flicks it past him into an empty goal. And Arsenal, who have won all 4 of their Champions League games, are set to win their 5th against the table toppers Bayern Munich. 21 minutes on the clock here, and it's Yerry Timber flicking on. Manuel Neuer is complaining, saying that in the build-up he was pushed and shoved, which he might have been, but I don't think this will get overturned for that. It's not. We're happy to get going, and halfway through the half now, 22 and a half minutes played, it's Arsenal 1, Bayern Munich 0, and in a game that hasn't really seen any opportunities. Of course, the goal from an Arsenal point of view was likely to come from a set piece, and Yerry Timber with his first Champions League goal of the season. Upamecano takes a risk on the ball, and then that's a bad challenge going in, and he's going to be the first player into the referee's notepad. The yellow card is out. He catches Christian Mosquera. Just a heavy touch taken by Upamecano. He's made it was the pace that he was going with. He almost kind of flipped. Manuel Neuer and Vincent Kompany were complaining, saying that Neuer was pushed over by Timber, who obviously went on to score the goal. Not for me. Neuer just has to be stronger. It's a free kick and a first yellow card of the game to the central defender, Deo Upamecano. Declan Rice to take. on the wide left side. So Rice puts his left arm in the air. It's a great ball in, met by Mosquera, but it's going to be cleared away. Not well. And now Saka comes back with it. He'll go all the way back to Rice and he'll just hook it forward, and that is not as good as a ball forward by Declan Rice, as it'll just bounce through into the hands of Neuer, who will launch it forward. Tottenham Hotspur are doing well in their game against PSG, still drawing at the Parc des Princes. Liverpool went down early on against had to recover, but the 39-year-old will give it to Deo Upamecano. Stanisic. Upamecano back to Neuer. He'll send it forward, headed by Timber, and headed out of play by Jurrien Timber. It'll be a throw for Bayern Munich, who have had the majority of the ball, 169 passes compared to the 41 of Arsenal, 91% passing accuracy compared to the 73% of the Gunners. You can see that the two ways the sides are trying to play. So throw to be taken by Conrad Lima. With the company just speaking to the fourth official, I wonder whether he's still complaining about what he felt was a supposed foul on the goalkeeper, but Mikel Merino just catches Joshua Kimmich. Bayern Munich did come back on the weekend. They found themselves 2-0 down early on against Freiburg, but came back to win 6-2 in that game. And Michael Olise was involved in 5 of the goals, either from a scoring. Just yet, Michael Olise, of course, who used to play two of the best friends. It's an awkward ball, goes back, but just headed back by Saliba, and it goes through to David Raya, former Blackburn Rovers and Brentford goalkeeper. So here is Zubamendi. Now Declan Rice on the ball. He finds Mikel Merino. Plenty of space. You wouldn't think Merino's playing as a striker where he is now. You wouldn't think Miles Lewis Skelly's playing left full-back, considering he's the furthest player forward. Here Trossard to Lewis Skelly. Here is the teenager. Pulls it across, blocked off by Stanisic, and he will clear it away, but only up to Saliba. Harry Kane isn't up there. He was back defending. So Saliba back to Mosquera. Mosquera to Declan Rice. And it's Mosquera all the way back to the goalkeeper, David Raya. David Raya thought about sending the ball early on forward, but he's just going to knock it long up to the right side. Touchdown by Bukayo Saka. I say touchdown, it's a heavy touch taken by Saka. So throw to be taken by Conrad Lima. Arteta animated as always. Rarely seen in his dugout. The left centre back. He'll come forward. Raya across to Mosquera. And then Raya will send a long ball forward. It's going to run through, and Serge Gnabry will go and get on it. Now Gnabry will bring the ball. He gives it to Upamecano. Kimmich is dropping in. It's out to the right side. Upamecano with it. Ball's going to go all the way back. And it's going to be a long ball forward sent by for calm. We'll go forward. Tal Eze. To Leandro Trossard. Leandro Trossard trying to take on the They have not got Harry Kane involved in this game. Here is Leonard Cole. Tries to find Kane, but Saliba's just so much quicker. And now it's Eze. What a trying to find Bukayo Saka, just wasn't expecting the ball. Brilliant play, nutmeg past Dale Upamecano, and Eberechi Eze, who signed this summer from Crystal Palace in a 61 million deal. Got a brilliant goal for England during the international break against Serbia. And he's a player that is trying to impress Thomas Tuchel. And he really made his name for himself. The first ever player, in fact, to score a North London derby hat-trick in the Premier League era. And that was Eberechi Eze on the weekend with a hat-trick of goals against Tottenham Hotspur in a 4-1 game. And he's really enjoying playing behind the striker. Ball goes all the way back to Jonathan Tah. Now it's Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich will send the ball. Oh, and there is the teenage sensation! The 17-year-old Leonard Cole getting on the end of a square ball across by Michael Olise. Brilliant goal, a brilliant counter. Squares it to Leonard Cole. And the talented youngster just gets there and he finds an equaliser. It's taken 4 and a bit games. Champions League. And the man that's come through the Bavarian youth system here. Where is the left fullback? Here is Stanisic. Able to get the ball and then switch it out to the far right side, exploiting Arsenal playing with such a the imperious Gabriel. Gnabry, and Leonard Cole was able to but there is going to be a sub here, and it's Leandro Trossard. Jesse down by Timber. Como will stretch out to the right side where Poor pass, and Arsenal will try and come in. Here is Eze out to the left side. For the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta. Arteta was absolutely William Saliba. The edge of the box as Rice gives it to Saka. So much years old, Leonard Cole, maybe just doing. It's going to be headed away. Rice will come back to Lewis Skelly. Here is Eza. Eza finds Saka on the right side.
you.